Welcome back to the Pro Organizers Coach podcast. If marketing your organizing business has ever felt overwhelming, like you're trying to do all the things and still not seeing results, then this episode is going to be such a breath of fresh air for you. Today, I'm taking you inside of one of my live workshops from the Pro Organizers community, where I walk you through how to simplify your marketing and create a plan that actually feels doable, consistent, and aligned with the season that you're in. Inside this episode, I'm breaking down what it really looks like to show up online without getting burnt out, especially on social media, and how to focus on what actually moves the needle forward when it comes to getting clients. I also give you a behind the scenes look at what I teach inside my Marketing Made Simple for Pro Organizers course inside of the Pro Organizers Academy. So you can see exactly how I help you turn your marketing into something that feels easy, structured, and effective. And just so you know, when you join any of my courses inside of the Pro Organizers Academy, you also get access to the community where we do weekly group coaching sessions. I do workshops just like this one, and I bring in guest experts to do workshops as well. You get group coaching, one on one coaching. You always get support. We have an app where you can ask your questions and get real time implementation. So if you're with a client and you get stuck, or if you do a consultation and you go home and you're thinking, oh, how do I do this? You always have our community to support you every step of the way. You no longer have to be an organizer alone. You no longer have to run your business alone. I have got every step that you need, plus the support that is going to make all the difference. So if you've been craving a simpler way to market your business, this episode is for you. All right, let's dive in. So I know marketing is something that we all struggle with, including me, but I've been learning over the years. So what I thought that I would do is I am going to do a quick little teaching, and then I wanted to show you all what's in the marketing course. And I wanted to show you guys that A, so you can see what's in it, B, so you can see, like, in my mind, what's important for you all to know and to like research and have plans with as an organizer and what has worked for me. And then I figured we'd go into Q&A and talk some stuff out. So I wanted to say marketing does not have to feel overwhelming, even though I know it does. You don't have to be everywhere, but what you do need is a simple, consistent strategy. So today is about helping you walk away with a simple plan that you can actually follow. So if you guys want to put in the chat, because I'm very curious, where do you feel like you are most stuck with your marketing right now? Is it getting leads? Is it social media? Is it knowing what to post? Is it being consistent or something else? Because it's good for me to know where you guys are getting stuck. So I did want to say all of the above. Yes, E. Okay, so visibility is definitely greater than perfection. And I wanted to bring up this point because I know for a lot of us, we get that, like, not perfection, but we want it to seem more perfect than not. And I know when I was building my business, and even still now, like when I'm building the courses, I have to remind myself constantly, like, okay, progress over perfection. Because if you feel like it has to be perfect, you're never going to post anything. And most organizers are invisible. It's not that we're bad at marketing, it's just we get in that headspace of like analysis paralysis and feeling like it needs to be perfect. And then we feel like our branding has to be perfect. And no, you just need to be seen, right? Especially in the beginning, it's more about just getting visibility. And so, of course, examples include Google Business, before and after photos, simple posts, like just enough stuff on there that people know you're still active, you're a current business, that kind of thing. So, a quick question I wanted to ask, because I wanted this to be a little bit interactive, is where are you currently showing up online, but where could you be showing up more consistently? I'm getting ready to show you some content buckets that I've come up with that I think are super helpful in a way to streamline the process. And you all know that I'm all about keeping it simple. And so the more that we can create whatever post and then put it on the places that we need to put it, I think is the best option. So then we are hopefully getting more visibility, which is the point. Because if I'm going to do the work, I want it to go everywhere. So the framework I've come up with is what I call the 3 E's. So it's education, encouragement, and then evidence. So if you think of those as your 3 content buckets that you rotate between, some examples of education would be like 3 things to declutter in your kitchen today, or how to organize your pantry in 5 steps, like those types of educational content. And so, something to think about is what's a tip that you tell your clients all the time? Or what's your favorite organizing tip that you've learned or seen even someone else teach you? You can repurpose that and send it out if you know that it's something that would help your clients. So that's education. And then encouragement is, what do you feel like your people need to hear that day? So something like, you're not behind, you're just overwhelmed, and that's okay. That's where I come in. Or it's okay to start small. As organizers, we have a lot more authority than we give ourselves credit for, but our clients give us that credit without us realizing it sometimes. So the more that you can help your audience feel like, oh, she gets me because I'm overwhelmed and that post actually like spoke to me, or that's what I needed to hear today. So anything under that of encouragement, like what does your overwhelmed client need to hear that day? It can literally be as simple as that and create a static post. Then evidence, which is the one that, of course, is a lot easier for us to create content around because that's your before and after photos, that's client wins, that's testimonials. So it's your proof. And even with client wins, it could be something as simple as when you get in your car after a session, talking straight to the camera and just being like, oh my gosh, I just left this session today. And my client, of course, don't say names, but my client had the biggest win, and then just share it quick. And it could even be 30 seconds total. Like, and I just had to share this with you all because it made me so happy that she had this win today. I mean, that alone could be a quick video that can become part of your content. Or on the way to a session, I've just being honest, I find that after a session, I'm a hot mess. Like, I don't feel like I want to record video because I'm a little like, my hair's all over the place or whatever. And so, even if it's on the way to a client's house, but it's maybe one from the day before, I just know we have a lot more passion when it's just happened. And so, sometimes at the end, if you don't care how you look and you want to show up authentic, which I think is awesome, I think from what I've seen, there's a trend kind of going in the way of people are looking for more authenticity than they are that like perfection kind of posts. And so I think the more that we can show up authentically, the better. So my suggestion to you is those 3 content buckets, if you can just rotate those out. And even if the evidence one, which is a lot easier for us to do with the before and afters, testimonials, that kind of thing, even if that one's 2 posts a month, then right there is 1 post per week. And there's your month worth of content. And then you just rotate it out again the next month. It can literally be as simple as that. And that can be your content strategy. Starting your organizing business is so exciting. But one of the hardest parts can be this: getting consistent clients. You know you're good at what you do. You know that you can help people, but marketing, that can feel confusing and overwhelming, which is exactly why I created Marketing Made Simple for Pro Organizers. Inside the course, I show you how to market your business using simple strategies that actually work for local service-based businesses. You'll learn how to use Google to get found locally, how to use and understand SEO, how to keep social media simple instead of stressful, and how to build relationships through local networking and referrals. I also walk you through content ideas, visibility strategies, and marketing systems that help organizers like yourself attract consistent leads. So instead of wondering where your next client will come from, you'll have a clear marketing plan that brings the right clients to you. So go to proorganizerzacademy.com and click Learn More to see a video of what's included in the course.
So I think the more we can keep it simple, and then if for some reason you come up with extra content in the middle of the month, great, pop out a quick video that's extra. But that would at least allow you to have consistent content that is going out at least once a week to get your visibility, but it being simple and easy to create. And so you aren't lacking content. You just need a simple system. You just need it kind of like what we do for our clients, taking the overwhelm away, having a simple system, and then implementing it. So my next teaching point, and like I said, I'm going to try to go fast so we can talk about marketing, is Google is your best friend. Free leads, it builds trust and visibility, obviously. I know it's a pain in the butt to deal with, but once you get it built up, it really does the work for you. And now that we can post the same things we post on social and you can schedule them out as well, it's just a matter of ideally, if you could sit down for a couple hours once a month, get the same post ready to go and just kind of scatter them out to where, like, maybe that post goes out on Instagram on Monday, it goes out on Facebook on Wednesday, and it posts on Google on Friday. It could still be the same piece of content because no one's going to see all three pieces of content you're putting out. It's just about keeping the algorithm knowing that you are posting. And then local marketing. So I wanted to talk about that real quick. You do not need a big following, you just need local visibility. So whether that's referrals, conversations, networking, I know we all talk about this and we know this, the car magnets, like just wherever you're showing up in your daily life, if you just have conversations with people, I promise you it works. And then, the referral thing, making sure at your consultations that you have that spot in your agreement that talks about your referral system to just plant that seed with them of like, hey, if you refer me, you get $50 off your next session, or you get a $25 Amazon gift card, like whatever it is that you want to make your referral policy. And then last but not least is the biggest one. And if you don't hear anything else I say, this is the one that matters the most. Consistency is what will build your business, period. And so that's why I like the whole phrase of keep it simple, plant seeds, and stay consistent. Because no matter what your social media or marketing strategy is, even if it's posting once a month, I don't care what it is, but whatever it is, be consistent with it as much as you can. And over time, that's what is actually going to build your business. So after you get your foundations built with like good SEO, good customer-based messaging, a good website, etc., then after that, the goal literally just becomes rotating the content buckets out, putting them on socials and Google, and you can batch those in a few hours a month. And that's how simple your marketing can be once you get the foundations built up. And then the maintenance of it is a lot easier, obviously. So let me share my screen and show you all real quickly something I'm so proud of because it took me what felt like a year, but I got it done. Okay. So this is inside the marketing course. You have the welcome to the course, which shows you just where the workbook is for the course. And then we start with your mindset and client focused messaging, because that's huge. Then we go into SEO made simple. And I came up with my own framework of a way to help you with your SEO and to make it super easy to understand, because I know SEO is a little, like, it can seem a lot more confusing than it actually is once you understand it. I have Canva in there because we all need to know Canva to create our posts and all of that. the social media made simple. And the way I did each one of these is each module has like a teaching video of me teaching you, but then it has a ton of how-to videos of me showing you like how to actually do that thing. So social media, and then I put in there find my organizer. I teach you how to use Meta for the batching of the content, planning your content, and then how you can batch your content in one day each month. And then I did 2 modules on Google because I know a lot of us struggle with that. I've got the basics are in one module, like how to set up your Google profile, your description, adding your services and products, and then, of course, how to send the review link and to get a 5-star review. And then I went into advanced Google strategies of like talking about backlinks, adding extra domains to your website. And then I show you on the phone the best way to like upload and do some posting on Google as well from your phone. So you don't have to always be at your computer. In-person marketing. And then I also added in simple video creation and using video for marketing and how to do that, why it's important. But then I showed you 3 different, like me editing an actual video with 3 different apps, because I know for a lot of us, some of us prefer one app over another. Instagram Reels, like how to use ChatGPT to help you come up with some of the captions and the hashtags and that kind of thing. And then I have 2 bonuses. One is before and after photos. And then the other one is using paid leads to get clients. And it goes into, of course, like Angie's lead, and then talking about and going over the different paid platforms there are and kind of the pros and cons of each. And then these 2 show you the actual back end, because I had a lead come in through Angie's and I was like, oh, let me record this and add this to the course as well. So, anyways, that's everything in the marketing course. I remember all of this feeling very overwhelming. But like I said earlier, once you get the foundations of each thing laid out, it's kind of like when you built your business, right? Like when you first had that thought of, I want to be an organizer, the idea of launching your business was so overwhelming because you didn't have a plan. You didn't have a system. You needed like a checklist and a guide and all that. But once you got it built and you started working with clients, then that no longer seemed as hard. And then it was just the maintaining of working with clients and that kind of stuff. But then you don't have to go back to constantly working on your website or constantly worrying about all those kinds of things.